Okay, Rich Fantassel here. It is Thursday, February 25th. Flash news alert: Joe Johnson was bought out of his contract by the Brooklyn Nets. We're seeing now that there are potential playoff teams that are interested in him. Of them are the Atlanta Hawks, who he used to play for, the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Houston Rockets, Miami Heat, Oklahoma City, and the Toronto Raptors, just to name a few. Looking at that list, as a Celtics fan, do I think they need additional scoring? Sure. I'm not sure about Joe Johnson, so we'll start with the Celtics. Not really feeling that one necessarily. As far as the Celtics, another team, Atlanta, going back there, they know what they have. The Hawks would know what they would have with him. There's a guy, Al Horford, who he's played with past when they had their most successful runs, but even most of the guys, he was there a little bit with Jeff Teague in 2012. Was really when Teague was starting to come along, and that was Joe Johnson's last season, so he's familiar with some of the guys, but guys like Zaza Pachulia, Josh Smith, so it'd be interesting to see how he would fit in. Obviously, it's going to be off a bench role with any team he goes to. Cleveland, they have a lot of positions. They have guys like J.R. Smith. You'd be upgrading over a guy like J.R. Smith, but I'm not sure they'd be able to find the playing time for him there. Houston, I'm not sure he would want to go there because that team is not showing any propensity to be in a position to win. Oklahoma City, of course, a team probably the most intriguing. For Joe Johnson, certainly a team that has potential to win a title. I think he could fit in off the bench, coming in when Russell Westbrook and Durant are out of the game. He can provide some offense, and even when one of the two of them are out, he can certainly supplement the other a little bit. A guy who can still stretch the floor, and you could play him at the small forward position and play Kevin Durant at the power forward position, so you could go small and get some advantageous matchups in the fourth quarter as well. So that'd probably be the team I'd be interested in the most if I'm Joe Johnson. You look at Toronto, sure they need scoring, and Miami, I think those two teams are long shots. A team that is not listed here, that I would be certainly considering making the deal would be the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies need offense. We know that. They lose a lot when they bring a guy like Tony Allen in to play defense off the bench, and they put in. You could put in possibly a Joe Johnson. You've already lost a Jeff Green, so there's certainly potential there. It depends on what Memphis wants to do with the season. Again, we don't know how much they really want to win. Atlanta was another team in there that's listed. We've seen they've been losing, and do they really want to make the playoffs? Again, that's something I'll probably address tomorrow, talking about that as far as teams that are losing their way out of the playoffs. But that's another story for another day, obviously. So, again, Joe Johnson bought out of his contract by the New Jersey Nets. I believe he gave up about $3 million to get out of it. I think Oklahoma City would be the most intriguing team and probably the best spot for him. But the other teams that were listed were Atlanta, the Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Houston Rockets, Miami Heat, Oklahoma City, obviously, and the Toronto Raptors. So there's your flash news alert. And be sure to stay tuned tomorrow. We will be on the radio 90.5 HD3, as well as any flash news alerts between now and then. I don't know if there will be any, but you never know. And remember, we always appreciate subscriptions, so thank you all very much.